In this piano tutorial, we're going to continue with the Christmas theme, and we're going to learn the song Jingle Bells in the key of C major. And this song is very popular. Most of us know the melody by memory already. So what I want to do, like always, is share my approach to it using some gospel or jazz chord substitutions and passing chords, okay? So when we look at the original or standard way of playing this song, and we start off on the chorus, the melody sounds like this. And that's usually accompanied by the 1 chord, in this case C major, right? Sometimes we include a 5 chord or a 4 chord. But instead of doing this, I want to play it in this way, using a slightly different progression, right? And what I did here was I started off on the 1, and I voiced it as a major 7, so... And then I used this F sharp 7, and the reason why I'm using this is as a passing chord that's going to lead me to the F or the 4. So then we get to that 4 chord, and something that I want you guys to pay attention to is that this last note is still part of the melody. That's why these chords still work out with this song, right? Let's say we were to use other chords that include the melody, right? It still sounds slightly like the song because we're maintaining the melody, okay? So after this passing chord, we went to the 4 chord. And then from the 4 chord, I decided to go to a flat 7 type sound. So B flat 7, but I still need to maintain the melody, which is this E, and that becomes a sharp 11, okay? So... And from here, I went down to a 3 chord, and I'm basically thinking about the circle of fifths, right? Or circle of fourths. I want to get back to the 1 chord. So I start off on the 3, then I go up to the 6, then up to the 2, then the 5, and then the 1, right? Which is all around the circle. But I still need to maintain that melody. So 3, then a 6, then a 2, then a 5, and then a 1, right? And I still maintain that. So, and when we add the chords, and again, you can experiment with the different harmonies. You can probably, let's say, go the opposite way in the circle, starting from A flat. Something like that, right? You can experiment with these different types of chords to play around with the harmony. Now, let's continue into the next part, which goes... right, and the chords, the standard chords for that would be a 4, then a 3, then a 2, and then a 5, and then it repeats, right? Right, so let's see what we can do. We can keep the 4, right? But something that I like to do as a passing chord when going from a 4 to a 3 is play a 5 over 4. So I'm going to play like this. This is usually common in different gospel or jazz type songs, right? A G7 over F. Then I played a 3, but I'm still maintaining the melody, so... Then I have a 6, right? But or better said, the next chord in the standard way of playing it would be a 2, right? So, oh no, a 2. But instead of going straight to the 2, let's use the secondary dominant, which is 6 in this case. The 6 is the 5 of the 2, so we can use that 6 as a passing chord to get to the 2. So, and the way that I'm voicing it is including that melody note, and again this diminished voicing right here, an E diminished 7th or G diminished 7th over an A, right? So, and then we get to that 2. But instead of playing it as a minor or D minor 7, I want to make it sort of like a sus sound, right? So it would sound something like this. So sus, which is just a C major over D, then I resolve it to a D7, but then I make it a D minor 7, and here I play a 2-5-1. And then we're back to the 1, right? So 2. And this 5, we can either play it as a 13 sus, like this, or play it slightly more altered, like this, a B flat, a G7 flat 9 flat 5, or even like this, a G7 sus 4 flat 9, or even as a diminished chord, like that, a flat 7. So then right here in the end of this chorus part of the song, again, if we maintain the melody, the voicings of the chords that we're using change slightly. So that's the only slight change. I just played a D minor 11, then a G7 sus 2, which is just a D minor over G and the minor 7th. Then I changed the inversion of that D minor, and then we're back to that 1 chord, okay? Now let's go on into that next part of the song, which goes. And here we can play around and start off on the 1 and bring it up to a 3. So I started off on the 1, then a 2, then a 3, then a minor 5 or a G minor 7, so then a C7, and then we're here on the 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 2, then a 5, 2, then a 5. And this 5, I like the way that these notes right here are slightly dissonant and give it that jazzier type sound on the 5, right? So and then we repeat that 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. And here I just included the same progression that I did for the beginning part, right? 3, 6, 2, 5, and then 1. And then we're back to the chorus. Alright, so hopefully you catch the drift of this song. And what I want to do now is play the whole song uninterrupted. That way you have a better understanding of what it sounds like, and hopefully you're able to learn something extra from this section of the video.